devotional. My my barber is closed, so if you take a closer look at me, it's no reason for me not to shave, because I do that at home. But I'm taking advantage and just enjoying. Now I have a black glove on because this is part of my message this morning. I'd like to read from Mark chapter 4. The sower sows the word. And these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan comes and takes away the word that was sown in their hearts. If we could shift from maybe what we commonly think about this text and realize that when we are sharing and talking about God with people, it may not have any result, yet maybe they hear, they intellectually understand it, they may care about it, they may not. Now in the parable, Jesus is telling us there are people it'll have no effect. And if we look at the categories here, it's 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4, it will not have any lasting effect. 3 out of 4 people, when we are talking and sharing with them, it will not affect them. So we have chapter 4, we have, these are they which are sown on stony ground. This is verse 16. When they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness, but actually it has no real lasting effect. They have no root in themselves. They endure for a time. Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, as such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, the deceitfulness of riches, the lust of the other things, choke the word, and it becomes unfruitful. It is unfruitful. Now, this is important to know, because there are many people that do not speak and share from their hearts. They don't have it. They don't do it. They don't realize its importance, because in the fourth hearer here, it says in verse, and these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word, receive it, and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold. 30, you have 100% change, so 30 is 3,000 percent of a change. 3,000, they bring forth 3,000-fold. Meaning they produce a lot of fruit. 3,000-fold, or 30-fold, 3,000% investment. So 3,000, if you invest and you get a 3,000% return, and 60-fold, 6,000, 100-fold, 10,000% return. Now, when we go out, as you know, here in Baltimore, and actually that's what my glove is about. I went to Sam's Club yesterday with Pastor Gary Grunwald, and then another group went out another direction, and I had these little cards you can see here, Greater Grace Church, and at Sam's Club, 6 feet from each other, the line was there for so many people can be in the store at the same time, and just standing, you know, I've got my gloves on, I've got 2 of them, of course, and I'm just standing back from them, and I had the most amazing time. I had such a beautiful time handing this card and saying, we have a drive-in service tomorrow, Sunday morning, 11 o'clock at Greater Grace Church. Big parking lot. Come and be with us. Why do we do? Because there's somebody. Now, I met the most precious people. And I said, and they're all standing, they've got the mask on. I didn't have a mask yesterday. And I had my gloves. And I stood back. I wasn't coughing or sneezing or anything, and I go, does anybody give you an encouraging word? And I would also rejoice, I was just having a good time, relaxed. I don't need to talk to anybody. Nobody needs to talk to me. But could I give you a good word? Here's an invitation. No. And some people, few people, no, but then some. And so I did that. Now, my message this morning is simply this. There's somebody that you will meet that is going to be born again. And the Spirit of God is going to save them. And they're going to be forgiven. And they're going to have a new life. And they're going to be encouraged. And the Spirit is going to do it. And they're going to go to bed at night with so much peace and joy in their heart. And you brought that message to them. It happened to you. It happened to you in your life. It happened to you that you received that word and it produced this effect. And you ended up also sharing and also ministering to your relatives and your friends. In my life, years ago, back when I got saved in college, David Moore came to that college the year after I left it, and he heard about us. He heard about us, that we were on fire. Okay. Rob Hedeman was a classmate of mine. L. Peterson, classmate. It worked. It happened in the heart. And same, I'm sure you know people. And I just want to say, it's fine if 3/4 of those people, it doesn't work. It's not happening to them. That's fine. That's God's business. You don't know. But to be evangelizing, you're going to find somebody. So, Yorma Imanen, Yuha Hatanen, Mati Sirvio, Hanale, Eya, Elu, Satu, Tuia. There's Irina Borisov, so many. Pastor Kimo, Antti Vestarinen, Paula. Amazing people. And it's not that they were following an external program. It was the new birth. The Spirit did it. In Hungary, Pastor Kende, what do we have? 30-fold, 60-fold, 100-fold. Pastor Bendigus, the guys from Debrecen. Jaco Attila, amazing. Pastor Chaba, Concoy David, amazing. Julian Timothy was a woodcutter in the woods in Hungary. And he, and the change and the ministry, wow, of God. It was God that did it. God that did it. So I want to share this morning just saying, to evangelize, it's not just that, it's for some special people. It's evangelizing, is the willingness to love, to listen, willingness to sow the seed and move on. Just sow the seed. And yesterday in the line, I said to a man, he's standing there, I go, may I share with you the gospel? And he goes, yes. And so I went through, in 2 minutes, very short version. And another man was a Palestinian Arab who came here many years ago, 1969, was born in Jerusalem. And he's a believer, he told me. He believes in Jesus Christ. It was great. Let's be aware of this, and may God bless you today. And see you tomorrow at church and in the parking lot. And I just saw in that line. And then later in the day, I was at Home Depot to pick up some building things. And again, I was in the line in that case, and there was a man behind me from Italy, and he'd been here decades, but and we had a good talk, and I talked about Jesus, and it was a good talk. So may God bless you and lead us in this amazing work. It's God's work, God's way, and from our hearts by faith. May the Holy Spirit do deep works today. Amen. God bless you. That's great.